This is exactly what the name implies. I am just going to be ranking old people in Fire Emblem because I think old people are pretty cool. We're just going to get right to it. I have the entire roster here. So, spoilers, I guess, for characters' existences. So we'll just start off with Jagan himself. Now, Jagan, really good unit, really cool old man. He becomes unable to fight in 3, and he still threatens Lang to his face and challenges him to a fight. Badass old man, purple spike armor. He's A. Easily A. Next up, Reese. I don't actually know how old he is, but he's bald, and I'm assuming that means he's old. Um, People really were mean to Reese. The fandom turned him into some sort of creepy stalker old man. He just wants an orphanage. He just wants to help poor children. That's B tier for me. Plus, he can shave your head in New Mystery, and that's pretty important. Very important, if you ask me. And then after that, the next old man is Wendell. S. He's a god in every game. Like, he was like the best unit in the original Fire Emblem, and they made him worse with every subsequent remake of Fire Emblem 1, and he's still good. You just give him a warp staff, it's easy money, easy win, S tier for sure. He's kind of just a generic old man. He's a god unit. I'll put him in A. Maybe. No. His LTC and ability cannot be matched. Bond 2. He's a terrible unit, but it's fucking Bond 2. He doesn't look like it, but he's just a kind old man like Reese, and he gets you Tiki. So that's pretty important. Bon's good man. He just loves his tribe and Tiki and is trying to do right. It just is really unfortunate that he's as bad as he is. Dolph and the other guy, I don't think they're old. I just think they're bald. Yeah, I don't think they're that old. I just think they're bald. So, sorry guys, your receding hairline does not count. Boa, literally the reason FE3 happens. This fucker is like, hey, Nina, marry Hardin. I know you don't love him, but political marriage, and that just causes everything to go wrong. Boa, Fire Emblem 3 is your fault. And by extension, Lorenz's death. So you're an F. Speaking of Lorenz, right there, boom, instant S. He's an old man with a kick-ass beard, an eye patch, and cool armor. What more do you need from an old man? I'll tell you what, absolutely nothing. Gateau. He has a fucking cool beard. So he's going in C. I don't remember how really useful he is. It's been a little bit. I remember him all right. He's kind of just ancient old wise man who says plot. But he does have a really cool beard. And that's important. I guess this is that's Lang. He's a bastard, man. I don't remember who the fuck that is, so I'm gonna pretend like I don't see him. And then I'm gonna put Boa in F again. Just because fuck that guy. That was Boa, right? I didn't just dick over Wendell. Where's Wendell? Wendell. There's a lot of faces here. It's hard to see. That's Boa. That's clearly Boa. So, okay. We're gonna get auto. Oh, wait. Medeus. You can't get much older man than that. I like Medeus. Good villain. He, literally, his character's not original. It's guy that lives for thousands of years, see humanity as a fuck, and decides to fuck humanity. Not original, but not any less poignant. People are always kind of shit. Alright. Oh, Garnef. Garnef's also old. He's also a bastard, man. Alright. Echoes. Echoes is a pretty young cast overall. I think the only old men are Mycen and Noma. Mycen has a glorious mustache, which automatically puts him above C. And his role as Alm's father figure is nice in place of his actual father. I want to put him in B. His unit ability is the main problem. Not quite up to snuff with other characters. but he's a good guy. I like Myson. He's not an original character. He's not bad. Um, my apologies. The only other old one is Noma. He's kind of forgettable. Like, you would think the bishop that raised Celica, Bowie, and May would be, I don't know, interesting. It's kind of just old guy number 27 from a series that has pretty good old guys. I don't know, he just doesn't do it for me. He can heal, which makes him a good enough unit, but he's just not good enough for me. Does Rudolph count as an old guy? Like, he has white hair, but he's Alm's father, so he can't be that old. Well, he's Myson's old friend, so I guess, like, he and Myson are roughly the same age. He's a pretty good villain, too. It's unfortunate that he's not the main villain, but, like, you don't have to be the main villain to be memorable. Rudolph had his grand master plan. It worked pretty good. Alright, FE4 has a lot of bastard man old men. Like, there's Reptor. Guess what he is? A bastard man. Oh, I just saw Langabolt. Oh, where's him? He is a bastard man. Tyron's pretty alright. I mean, he's like every other dad. He exists to die. He's not even particularly that memorable, but he's not terrible. Manfroy. Again, he's an alright villain. He's just not for me. Like, he does a lot of twisted shit that's cool and all. I just like my villains to have more motive. And his motive is just like, my people were prejudiced against because we wanted Satan. Oh, gee. I wonder why people were prejudiced against you. Alright, the only other there's Bloom. I guess Bloom counts. He's a bastard man. Alright, where is he? There's a lot of fucking... If you're not old, you just have gray hair. Where the fuck is Hannibal? Hannibal, first of all... I just lost him. Oh no. Where'd he go? There he is. Hannibal, first of all, is an old man who doesn't go gray in the hair. Instantly, like... The beard stash combo. The fact that he walks up to Travant and calls him a bitch to his face. His role of making Raedric afraid of him in Thracia. Hannibal's a fucking beast. He's my favorite Gen 2 character, and I will fight anyone who says otherwise. I am not a very strong man, so I won't win, but I will still fight you. Okay. I believe that's it. Old man Arvis. Oh, is he really that old? God, I need to stop doing that. Well, that's young Arvis. Fuck, where'd he go? Oh god, there's so many faces here. Alright, where are you? Arvis, I was just on you. Well, Arvis is an S tier because of course he is. We'll just put young man Arvis up there. And we'll pretend like that's old man Arvis. There's nothing I can say about Arvis that hasn't already been said. Great villain, great motive, great character development, just great everything. He's incredible from start to finish. You know it, I know it. He's literally the Fire Emblem. Like, his family crest is the Fire Emblem of Fire Emblem 4. And, by extension, Fire Emblem 5. Like, Arvis Fire Emblem himself. There he is. There's Old Man Arvis. Alright, we'll just get you out of here and boop. Alright. And I'm pretty sure that's it. Hilda? I guess Hilda counts. Well, she's roughly the same age as Bloom, and I counted Bloom, so bastard woman. Alright. Thracia. I am not that familiar with Thracia. I've gotten a bit into it. Apologies. But I'm not 100% certain on the old men there. August is pretty cool. He's alright. But I'm sorry, but I don't know. Like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Veld? Again, I don't know if he's old or just bald. Oh, there's Hannibal. Hannibal, like Boa, warrants being on there twice. Sorry, I'm recovering from a cold. I've just gone too far. I don't know who that is. So, old men of Thracia, I'm sure you're wonderful, but I am sorry. Binding Blade. It is literally impossible to beat this game without Marcus. Literally, if you try not to use Marcus on hard mode, a brigand will materialize out of the woods and beat boars to death. You just can't not use Marcus. Plus, he's pretty good. The problem is, I think his FE7 character is kind of blending with his 6. In 6, he's kind of just like, you must serve Roy, I'm going to retire. And then he just doesn't. Not. His unit performance is really what put him in A. I do like him, but he's not particularly the most incredible character-wise in Fire Emblem 6. 7, he's really good, but 6... Oh, fucking 9. I love this old hag. She is wonderful. Great unit, great character. She is the closest Fire Emblem has gotten to a crazy witch who lives in a cottage and spews nothing but riddles. Very funny, very heartwarming. The one thing is she totally was about to just kill Faye. Like, she thought, oh, that's a dragon child. I'm going to kill her in her sleep. And then she's like, wait, no, that's just a kid. So, child murder might not be the best aspect, but if you can get past that. Garrett's not old, he's just bald. I don't know how old Murdoch was. A young man 20 years ago in FE7. So he's like in his 40s. Is that enough to be an old man? I'll call him an old man. Nah, yeah. He's a good old man. I don't know if he's quite old. I think he's counts. He's a great... His literal first appearance is he walks up and calls Narcian a bitch. How can you not like that? Like, come on. Douglas? I don't know. I don't think he's that old. I don't think anyone else here is that old. Yeah, no. Zealot? Maybe? No. Maybe. If I counted Murdoch, I guess I'll count Zealot. I fucking love Zealot. He's one of my favorite characters in Fire Emblem 6. He goes around with his... He becomes king of Ilia. That's pretty fucking cool. He walks around with his mercenary troop. He and everyone else there is depressed. Like, Trek masks it better. Zealot and Noah, supreme depression boys. But Zealot has a cute wife. Has a baby daughter he's never seen more than like once. Actually, no, he's never seen his daughter. But he just has to keep working, and eventually he becomes king, so let that be a lesson about hard work. Nut in a woman, abandon your wife and child until you're ready, and then you become a king. That's how it works. On to Fire Emblem 7, Wallace. No doubt in my mind, S. He's one of my favorite characters from 7. My second favorite character from 7, besides Legault, actually. He's absolute garbage as a unit. Like, I think he's actually the worst unit in Fire Emblem 7, except maybe Nino. But at least Nino has the est appeal of, like, if you train her, she's great. Wallace is literally garbage, even if you train him. But he's just such a good character. One of my favorite things about him is you meet him in Burn, and it's never explained why he's in Burn. They're like, oh, that's Wacky Wallace, man. Haha, he gets lost. He just commits genocide on a bandit group. The one that killed Lynn's parents. Yeah, that plot thread that kind of was just abandoned. Wallace ended it. He just walked up there and slaughtered them all. That's fucking metal as shit. I love Wallace. Prime old man material. The next old man in 7 is Athos. Ah, fuck. Oh, there he is. I actually didn't lose him. Athos is like kind of like a better Gateau. I think. Just he has a more interesting cast to bounce off of than Gateau, and he serves the same functional purpose in the story. He's still not like absolutely amazing, but he's good. He's good. Let's see. Who else in FE7 is old? Reynolds? Fargus? Reynolds and Fargus? Yeah. So Reynolds, he's also S tier. Sorry. I have no idea why they gave this man such an incredible backstory and great characterization. just for him to be a unit you get in the semi-final chapter that contributes near nothing to the actual party. Gas did a video on him. His supports are on Serene's Forest. Look him up, please. You will not regret it. He's a lot older than he looks. I think he actually does qualify as an old man. I'm fairly sure. Where the fuck be the guy I was just on? Fargus! He doesn't do a whole lot, but he's memorable for when he's there. He's just alright. Like, nothing terrible. He's a pirate who tries to beat your ass. That's pretty cool. Alright. Sacred Stones has one old man, but two. I forgot about Reeve. But one playable old man, but Jesus Christ, does Dussel kick fucking ass. One of the strongest units in the game. One of the cooler backstories in the game. He is so good. His supports with Amelia, quality. With the frame, quality. With Cormag, quality. Everything about this man is quality. Also, good stash and beard. Like, as we've established before, that is genuinely important to how good a character is. Dozla's 47, but I don't think is 47 old. I'll count him. I don't know if he entirely counts, but Algaman's A. Like, Dozla's character is best summed up in his death quote. He laughs and says, "I couldn't have asked for a better ending." There's no sad times. There's no regrets. He's gone out. He's swung his big axe, and that's it. That's all he wants to do. He is absolutely wonderful. I love Dozla to bits. And then there's Reeve. I don't think Reeve is bad, but he just doesn't do anything more than he needs to. Reeve's job is to be a creepy old man. Reeve is a creepy old man. That's it. Nothing fancy to him. Like, I'd have liked him to do more. I guess the one mildly interesting thing is if I remember correctly, the Blood Barrel, which is the stone he gets named after, has something to do with vulnerability, and Reeve only appears when someone's vulnerable. Orson, Leon. So that's really cool, but it doesn't help that Reeve's purpose is just very simple. Alright, now we're on to Path of Radiance. Are there any old people in Path of Radiance? Turonio. Is he old? I think he's old. He's old enough. Turonio continues the trend of being a Lorenz that's fucking cool. The most boss fucking thing Turonio has is his death quote. Definitely. He says, he says, "No one has ever used the Crown of Dayan to do something to the likes of Ashnard, and no one has done it for something so fucking stupid." And Ashnard mocks him, and Turonio says, and I quote, if I remember correctly, "I have decided I will be called Turonio the Kingslayer for all of time. Now come, let me earn my name." And that is fucking badass. It's just a shame that if you ever try to attack Ashnard with Turonio, Turonio will likely die in one round of combat because he is not strong enough to fight Ashnard. Not at all. Other than him, I guess, no. Like, the Lagu are old for Lagu, like, old for people standards. Not really for Lagu standards. Radiant Dawn. Does Radiant Dawn add an old man to the mix? Not really. It's just Turonio again. How old is Oliver? I don't know if he's old or just bald. But we'll go for him. He's a meme, but, like, he's not... He shouldn't have been a playable party member. Like, he served his purpose. He was a creepy sexual stalker to race and got his comeuppance. I don't know why they brought him back. Fun fact, he's actually really fucking powerful. Like, all of his stats are near capped, and he's just pretty much stronger than Micaiah. Always. But, like, you're forced to bring Micaiah into the tower. So why would you bring in Oliver? Alright, do Lakaim and Hetzel count? Hetzel clearly counts. He's one of my favorite villains in Radiant Dawn. I don't like Radiant Dawn that much, but Hetzel really does it well. He represents like the entire story about racism and all. You know that. That's what Radiant Dawn and Tellius in general is all about. Hetzel knew what he was doing was racist and prejudiced. He was fucking scared of what happened if he dared oppose the angry mob. That doesn't make him likable, like he definitely committed genocide, but like he was a scared old man who saved the one heron he could. He's pretty good. He represents a side very uncommonly told of in the racism talk, and that's just the scared people who are the same color as the mob. Whether or not that makes him redeemable to you is up to the individual. Like, I still think he should have died, definitely. But it's an interesting, like, branching out point that's very subtle in whether or not you like him or think he's redeemable. Which, subtlety is something that Tellius does not know very well. Fuck Lacame. It's really hard to get into Radiant Dawn's, oh, it's a war of all sides, when everything is Lacame's fault. Lacane. I can't even remember if this guy's name ends in an N or M. I just don't give a fuck about him that much. He's just not interesting. He's not good. The only mildly interesting thing about him is he was Astrid's fiance, and she dumped him for Makalov, and I don't even know if that's an improvement or not. Oh yeah, Izuka. He's also an old man. He's twisted, but again, he doesn't really have a reason to exist in terms of like a backstory. He's just a sick fuck who dies a sick fuck. Like, I don't know. Nothing really interesting. Oh yeah, Kashuna! I forgot Kashuna from Fire Emblem 7. He's S tier. For sure. I've talked about him in the Hector mode story Let's Play, so I won't go too much into him here. But he's really good. Very solid backstory. He was the first morph created by Nurgle with emotion to be more than a mindless puppet, but because of his nature as a magic seal, Nurgle rejected him. So all Kashuna knows is loneliness and suffering, and that is depressing. It's sad. You feel bad for Kashuna. Alright, Awakening. Awakening hates old people because they want you to be able to fuck everyone, but they let you fuck Walhart. And let me tell you, he is the Lobster Man. Fuck Ryoma. Walhart. I love him so much. He's kind of depressing if you think about what he means about Echoes, and like Gaiden in general, because the idea is that mankind can create their own destiny. Well, you take Almond Celica's idea of we can make the world better, and you just keep degrading that over time, and then you get Walhart, who wants mankind's destiny to conquer. He believes that mankind, if a man can conquer everything, there will be no war, because everyone's conquered and living in fear of him. They will take the sword or the knee. And that's fucking badass, and also kind of dark if you think about how it makes Almond Celica's entire existence degrading into that. I think Walhart is a wonderful villain, and he's the only one of Awakening's characters that come back through Spot Pass that don't fuck them. Like, Gangrel shouldn't have come back. Yenfei, even if it's not the same, he wasn't interesting enough to warrant coming back. Aversa shouldn't have come back. Walhart works. The idea that he got his ass beat, and he's like, alright, you're the stronger one. I serve you now, I guess. That's really good. I really like that. Then we have Fates, which is Gunter and Reyna, I think. Is there anyone else in Awakening I'm forgetting? Valadar, I guess. I mean, he's your dad. But, like, fuck him. He's not an interesting villain. Like, the fact that he's your dad is a little bit interesting, I guess. The whole time travel bullshit, but he's a pretty bad villain. He's just sort of, I'm gonna revive the Dark God, because, yeah, garbage. Excuse me. Fates. Oh, there's also Shura and Fuga. Shura's really good. He good backstory with Azura. Shame he doesn't have a support with her. Neat design, neat unit. The problem is you're never going to use him because a pair of boots are infinitely more useful than him. Which is a real shame that this man's existence is like traded for a pair of boots. But to be honest, with the exception of like Marcus and Nime, and maybe Dussel, any of the playable units on this list are less useful than a pair of boots. So, a pair of boots is pretty fucking strong. Fates also had Gunter. Where is Gunter? He's on this list somewhere. I know he is. Show yourself to me, Gunter. Where? There he is. Gunter is all right. He's definitely like I think one of the worst Jagans in terms of actually being a unit. But as just an old man in Fire Emblem, I think he's really good. Strict, interesting. His relationship with Jacob is really nice, and kind of anyone who doesn't like Jacob because he's kind of a dick, know he got that from Gunter. Like, Gunter is not the kind old knight. He's just strict. He's not revolutionary, and him becoming a villain was kind of really fucking stupid. But he was just a cool old man. Nothing too amazing, but nothing too terrible. Fuga. I don't remember anything about this guy. A D for not being memorable. Maybe he's S. Maybe he's not even old and he's just bald. I don't remember anything about Fuga. So, I think that's it for Fates. There's never capture bosses, but I don't. Do they even have characters? Yeah, okay. So now we're on to Three Houses. Old men in Three Houses. Oh yeah, where's the villains? Twisted suck. Like, I'm sorry. Twisted suck. There's Ferdinand's dad. Does he count? I should put him an F for that fucking hairline. Sorry, Ferdinand, but that's what you got to look forward to. Why is Petra in glasses on this? That's weird. What? Why is glasses Petra different? Oh, whatever. Where's... fucking... Yeah, Twisted sucks. Twisted sucks. Worst part of the game story, in my humble opinion. But, other than them, where is Hanuman? Fucking badass. S rank, old man in a monocle, great backstory, fun personality, great supports. He's the entire package. He's not the best unit, but like him Ragnaroking something, always useful at bare minimum. The problem is his reason sucks, and he's also a man, so he can't go Gremory. So that's unfortunate, because he certainly can't go Mortal Savant or Dark Knight and be very good. But I like him. Really fucking great character. Sorry. We're nearing the end here. I know I forgot some old men, but they'll have to live with it. Gilbert, I think, is the only one left. Yeah, Manuela's 47, or 41. I counted Dozla, and he's 47. 41, I'm not too keen. He's also S. Now, I know that might be a little spicy, but do keep in mind that Gilbert, he suffers incredible survivor's guilt because he was the lone, like, he could not protect any of his friends and loved ones. So he doesn't feel worthy of his wife and daughter, so he leaves. He feels like he doesn't deserve happiness. And depending who he supports with, he can eventually find happiness again. He's a great character. He's just not entirely likable at the start, and there's a difference. You can be a piece of shit and still be an interesting character. Plus, he can make up with his daughter by the end of it. And you know what? That's sweet. So yeah, this is it. The official Fire Emblem MS Paint tier list for old men. I will attempt to get back to where I was in Vestaria, but for those who don't know, I had to get a new laptop, lost all my data. Don't make fun of me for not saving on the cloud. I know it's my own fault. I know I'm dumb. Shut up. So hopefully dumb things like this will be what I'm filling the gap with. If you like it, please let me know. I might do more of these. In the meantime, I'm going to have to try and binge a fuck ton of Vestaria. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow doing something. I don't know what.